It's just people, what's happening? Official Guna TV here. First of all, I want to thank everyone who's been liking, subscribing, commenting on the page and on the Twitter page. I really appreciate it. Today's video, obviously, it's going to be about Arsenal versus Everton. 5:30 kickoff live on Sky Sports. Going to be a tough game, man. Going to be a tough game, especially in hindsight of our recent form. We've gone, I believe it's now 5 home games without a win. This get match is gonna be away, but our away form's not too much better, to be honest. We lost 7-12. Only won 3 games all season. So we're going to be playing high flying Everton at the moment. Just come off a 2-0 victory against Leicester, and before that, a 1-0 victory over Chelsea. So yeah, they're a good team. Definitely in form. They started off well, went through a little bit of a rough patch, but they seem to have picked back form up again. So I think that's a bit encouraging in terms of Arsenal. Maybe it proves it can be done. It proves that we can pick up form and hopefully beat the top sides like Everton, Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, and Leicester. Um, I mean, look, it's going to be a very, very, very tough game. It's going to be a year since Arteta has taken over Arsenal Football Club, and that's going to be tomorrow. Is a full year, so it's roughly the same time as Carlo Ancelotti, who was one of the managers that I actually wanted to take over Arsenal after the exit of Unai Emery. I think he's a top class manager. He's got Everton playing some great football, but I think the key thing with him as well is that he's got Everton's backing. I'm not too sure how much Arsenal are backing Arteta, to be honest. I know they come out and say he's got 100% backing, blah, 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 but our transfer window didn't show that. Their transfer window, they went out and got James Rodriguez. They retained players like Mina, who obviously has been injured a lot of the time. Managed to keep hold of Richarlison. Got Calvert-Lewin playing well. Brought a guy that I thought would do really well at Arsenal in Allen. I've rated Allen for many years. Was playing at Napoli. I think he's a complete steal I think they paid something like 28 million, 25 million for him. So they got some good players in that team. And it's going to be a very, very, very tough game. Now, with Arteta, I don't know how he's going to approach this game. Me personally, revert back to the 5 at the back. All of our great performances away from home or against big teams, we've played the 5 at the back, shored up with the defence, and then beat people on the counter. We might not have had a lot of possession, a lot of chances, but we had the crucial ones and we took them when we needed. That's what we need today. We need to be able to soak up the pressure from their key players and counter, score on the break. One thing we do need to stop though, which is why I'm hoping that Bellerin isn't playing, is that we need to stop the crosses. Calvert-Lewin is a madman in the air. And none of our defenders are stopping him. Remember, we ain't got Gabriel this game. Yeah? So that's already tough. No Thomas Partey. That's another tough thing. So we won't be able to win this game if we can't stop the supply from the crosses. They've got people like Digne, they've got people like, I think Coleman's back today, who can whip in a ball. James Rodriguez can whip in a ball. Great with deliveries. We need to stop that supply. That's first things first. Secondly, we need to, be a bit quicker with the ball. When we have them on the break, directness like Saka showed against Southampton for Aubameyang's goal. That's what we need to really, really concentrate on. Being direct, running at players. People like Pepe, he needs to step up now. Take a look at Saka. Look at what he's doing. He's riding challenges. he's running at people, and even if he doesn't get past them, they're getting a foul. Set up a set piece opportunity, set up a quick free kick or something. But Pepe's just, I don't know what it is. Listen, I rate Pepe. I think he's got an amazing ability. He's shown it in drips and drabs, but it's time that he gets that Premier League consistency. It's all right doing it in the Europa League, and don't get me wrong, continue to do it in the Europa League, but you need to bring that form over to the Premier League now. I'd like to be able to see, well, hopefully I won't see Bellerin. My kind of team selection would be Leno in goal, the back three. Obviously, there's no Gabriel, so I would put Tierney, David Luiz, and Holding. That's my only kind of options at the moment. He's not going to play Mari, so there's no point in me even including him into that because I know he's not going to play him. It'd be great if he did because I think then Mari could slot in there instead of Holding. And then on the right side, I'd go with Cedric. On the left side, I'd go with Saka. The two Holding midfielders, I would go with El Neni and Willock. Or Niles. Niles is a viable option there as well. On the left, I would go Nelson. Up top, I would go Aubameyang. On the right, I would then go Pepe. Or, as an alternative, to kind of help defend, I'd go Lacazette through the middle, Aubameyang on the left, and then Pepe on the right. The reason why I say that is because Lacazette is good at working for the team. Regardless of whether I get frustrated about him coming so deep for the ball, he does do a job in terms of, hassling midfielders, coming back, helping the team defend. Doesn't do great up the other side, but defending, he does well. So that might be another option. I wouldn't go with Nketiah for this game, although he does have energy. I just think that we need to be, we need to kind of be realistic. We went into the Tottenham game very naive, thinking that because it's a North London derby, we can just overpower them. And, we had a lot of possession, but it was useless. We should have reverted back to how we played in the FA Cup last season, against Man United this season. A structure, look to break on the counter. Don't worry about possession, don't worry about none of that. Just worry about the crucial attacks when we can see they're depleted in their defence because they're coming on to us too much. That's what we should have been doing, and that's what we should get back to doing. Even if it's to build confidence. I know a lot of people will say, look, we don't want to play five at the back at home. Listen, it was winning us games, so we might as well go back to that. The four at the back, listen, he don't trust our defence and he don't trust our midfield. It's not good enough at the moment. So if we have to go back to our back five, let's do that. Let's just make sure that we're picking up the points because it's crunch time now. This Christmas period is so important. If we can pick up some points against Everton, Chelsea, I think we've got a game on the 30th or the 29th. I can't remember who it is. It's Everton, Chelsea, and then someone else. I'm sure it's on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. One of them. Yeah, I can't remember who it is. So if we can pick up those points, at least some. I'm not talking about 1-2 points. I'm talking like 5 or 6 points out of 9. If we can pick up 5 or 6 points out of 9, then we'll be in a much, much better place come the new year because the transfer window will open. Now, this is another thing that I need to get onto. The January transfer window is probably going to be the most important window for Mikel Arteta. Simply because we're in a bad place right now. If this board and Edu are backing Arteta like they say they are, then they have got to come out and give this guy the money to invest. We need a new defender, a centre-back. We need a new midfielder, preferably someone who can box-to-box, who can, do everything just like Thomas Partey. We need a creative midfielder. Obviously, we're not going to bring Ozil back into the fold. I mean, I've heard some rumours we will. But even then, I don't think he was doing great before anyway. So, for me, we need to really get a creative midfielder. And I think we probably need, I would say, another striker. look, Eddie Nketiah, he's young, talented, maybe can go out on loan or stay in the team. But I just don't think he cuts it. We need a good backup striker, but also someone who provides a different dimension. So I noticed we've been doing a lot of crosses, but we've got no one that can header. We need someone who can actually get their head on the ball. I say it now, but Giroud would have been perfect. I know he's looking for a new club because they don't know what he's going to be doing. I would love to take Giroud back, and if he can get, I think he'd work really well in our team again. Um, don't get me wrong, I'm not upset that we sold him, but right now, the way he's performing now, yeah, I'll take him back. So someone of that ability, someone who's good in the air, someone who can hold the ball up, quite strong, maybe not the quickest, but someone who can link the play well, get the others integrated into the game, the likes of Aubameyang, the likes of Pepe. So hopefully we can get a player of that magnitude into the club in January. It's imperative that we invest though. If we go into that transfer window and we don't get anyone, well, I think that signals just how much this board is actually backing Arteta. Goal predictions. Listen, I don't know how this one's going to play out. My heart wants to say, look, we're going to go out and we're gonna show everyone, but reality is we might get thumped up. We might get thumped up here. Like, I'm probably going to say, I don't know, man. Honestly, I'm going to say 2-0. I'm going to say 2-0 Everton. In current form, I can't see how we win this game at the moment. Unless these players get a mad rejuvenation and they just start going on a mad one, I can't see it, especially the way that Everton are playing. I'm going to go for Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison goals. Um, Maybe another red card for Arsenal. Who fucking knows? Who fucking knows? It wouldn't surprise me to see David Luiz get a red card. Um, Something stupid like that. I don't know, man. We'll have to wait and see. Let me know what you guys think. Please, comments below. Follow, subscribe, all of that. And I hope to talk to you soon. Um, just on the last note, everyone stay safe during this Christmas period. Obviously, COVID-19 is about mashing up everyone's lives. So stay safe. Hope your family stay safe. And see you soon. Bless up.